sometimes they're for fourth periods.
Good. Good trying.
Okay, so we're going to be focusing on the 3 regions of North Carolina. So I'm going to start and I would present to them the 3 regions, which are mountains, Piedmont, and coastal plains. And then I would ask them what they know about each region. And on the whiteboard, we would write down characteristics for each of the 3 regions. And these are just a few that our group came up with. And then we would review the 5 themes of geography. And so y'all know for the activity, there's 5 themes, which are movement, location, region, place, and interaction. And movement has to do with the transportation of goods and services. So an example of that would be like a cargo ship transporting goods. And then location would be like the exact coordinates or latitude and longitude of a place, which would be the absolute location. And then this is landforms, bodies of water, human characteristics. And then interaction is like, how do we affect the land and how does the land affect us? So for visual art, I would was to do a historical mixer with historical figures from the 3 different regions of North Carolina. So I would obviously also be from the coastal plain because I'm Blackbeard. Yeah, his real name is Teach. But I'd have each of the students come in costume. They would have done research the week prior, set aside 30 minutes a day for them to do some research on the internet, encyclopedias, anything like that, to find out anything about their historical figure. And then they would come with their little elevator speeches, just 30-second long speeches about who they are, where they're from, why they're important to North Carolina. They would present that to the class, and then they would have their mixer. And so what they're graded on when they're in their mixer is their improvisation of like speech, what they would say to people if they were asked questions. And you would do it all in character. So if I was Blackbeard, I would be like, "Are you scallywags?" or something like that. And so like I used Edward Teach instead of Blackbeard because everyone knows him by Blackbeard, but his real name was Edward Teach. And then I would tell them about how he died in the Outer Banks and yada yada yada. Yes. So I talked about this one. And so I'm Blackbeard. So I'm going to give you guys my elevator speech. Are you scallywags? I'm not one of you North Carolinians, but I did die here, sadly, and very painfully, of multiple bullet wounds. I ended up here in May 1718 near Bath, North Carolina, and I tried to seek forgiveness from your governor, but there were complaints heard about me, and so your Virginia governor sent the naval force out on me, and that's when I died, unfortunately. And so that would be what they would do, and then they would mix around, and so like people would be like, "Well, what's the name of your ship?" And I would tell them, yada yada yada. But I like this because like you can allow students to bring in their own materials. Like I made this out of paper, so you could like provide them with construction paper, or they can bring felt from home, or they can do the cotton ball beards. Costumes don't have to be super elaborate. I grabbed a scarf and wrapped it on my head because I didn't have a pirate hat. I wore all black because he's Blackbeard, that sort of thing. And I think that's all I have, right? And so that would be our 3 units or 3 lessons about the different regions of North Carolina.